Greetings. This is the official Bright Eyes Q&A, where we will answer all of your pressing questions, except the most important ones.
It's our preference to leave you in agony.
Alright, so should we just jump in?
Just go.
Alright. Is there gonna be a season 2? Also, any plans for more guest voice actors? Will Milo be answering our questions? That is from our boy Jakey!
Hey!
Thanks for the question, Jake. Do you see Milo here?
Milo's not here.
Would you know if you did?
Oh. Milo's busy.
Any more plans for more guest voice actors?
Yes, there are, and we cannot tell you yet, but there definitely are, for sure.
It's gonna be a good thing. And is there gonna be a season 2? Amy, why don't you take that?
We cannot say anything, but we're not done. You will be stuck with us for a very long time.
There are things that we're doing in the future.
We are actively working on some spooky stuff for you.
From Carly, who voiced Maddie in episode 7, was it?
Yes.
Thanks for the question, Carly. She asks, what kinds of music would the main characters like? She also asks Amy, Cyrus, and Sydney, what are all your favorite birds? This is a very important question.
This is my favorite question. This is
So
the best
let's start
question.
with the birds one.
The burbs.
Burbs.
Which burb is your favorite?
I really like crows because they're smart. Crows and ravens are smart, and they're black, and that's my favorite color.
Maybe kingfishers. Kingfishers kind of have it figured out.
That's a solid answer. I respect them. My favorite bird is a kiwi bird because they're super dumb and they're just really small and cute, and I love them. I respect them too. It looks like a good life.
A good
A
life.
good life to have. A
They-
kiwi bird.
The kiwi birds live a good life. And what kinds of music would the main characters like? We actually, Amy made
I
some
have.
playlists.
I made playlists. You weren't.
I was giving you credit, Salty.
We can put them in the description.
I'll link it below, but because I actually asked Amy,
And I was super extra about it.
yeah, I was like, what kind of music does Trish like? I need to know this information. And she sent me a playlist, and it was bumping.
Yeah, I have one for Trish and I have one for Milo, and I'm working on one for Maddie. Carly, I
And-
know I bugged you about that, but it is coming.
Jude only listens to Nickelback.
No one likes Jude.
From Olivia Cornwell, we have, what were the deciding factors in making this a podcast, and how did you all meet? So you can take
All
the
right.
deciding factors one.
Yeah, because that was my call, not to brag or anything. No, when I started writing it, it started out as a novel, actually, because I write novels. That's kind of my thing. But I started listening to fiction podcasts around that time, and I realized, hey, that's kind of a cool format, and I'm really into Star Trek, so I kind of like that whole captain's log format. So I realized that could be a kind of fun thing to do. I always like experimenting with new things, so I just decided to try something I hadn't done before, and it turned out to be a podcast.
Yes, and we're glad I did.
Worked out well.
Yeah. And we all met on Twitter. Kind of short story short, I followed Amy, I think actually during NaNoWriMo or through Writers hashtag or something like that. I think we had a couple mutual friends, but she started tweeting about this dream project, and we just kind of ended up talking about it, and it fell together. This, kids, is why you should be careful how you act online, because it brings professional opportunities all the time.
Perfect. There you go.
Resident mom friend. Another, how many seasons will there be, from Caroline? And she also asked, tell us about the milk pouring and other fun times when you got creative.
Tell us about the milk pouring,
Okay.
Cyrus. Tell that story.
We needed alien sounds for episode 2, and I had no idea what the alien's supposed to look like, so I wanted it to sound like some kind of giant squishy centipede with lots of legs. So for the squishy part, we used milk pouring, and for the clicky part of the legs, we used a keyboard. and I'm really proud of that.
It was super gross. You sent it, and it was just nasty.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
And we use it over and over. Every time I get a script and there's like in brackets milk noises, I get excited to get to use it again.
We have really professional like stage directions in
yeah.
our scripts. Milk noises here.
There's never any background stuff that we laugh at in the scripts ever.
We're very serious.
We're very professional here. We're all professionals.
And then for episode 5, we got to do zombies, which is a really, really heavily processed coughing noise. So
Can you
listen for that.
Can you simulate the cough now? What did that sound?
I mean,
like?
I just literally leaned to the microphone on my computer and was like.
Very delicately.
So I time stretched it to like 3 times as long and then pitched it up like 5 steps. So
Witchcraft.
Like some kind of, some kind of horrible shriek.
Here is another question for you, Amy. Who is the head of the Institute exactly? What qualifies them to lead such a large project?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I wish I could answer that question for you, but I cannot.
Secrets don't make friends.
Soon.
I guess you guys will just have to keep listening. Hannah asks, where's Milo? Will Cloud asks, what's the farthest from Earth the Institute or mankind in general has gotten? I'm assuming in the fictitious.
I'm really proud. I'm really happy about this question because you will find out very soon.
Is that a detail that you're going to disclose?
It is. It's a great detail. It's very spooky. I love it. Very far. Very, very far.
Farther than you think. Grace Ann asks, what's been the best part of getting to work together in person? What's been your favorite episode?
What has been the best part of working in person?
Definitely the being dogged on all the time.
Yes. He just loves it. He just loves me picking on him.
Amy and I never
everything.
gang up on Cyrus.
Never. We don't misuse our sound guy.
Never.
We are professionals.
Total respect for the tech.
Respect the tech.
I mean, I'm not saying that our jobs are more important than his and he's replaceable, but
That's so mean.
no, we love Cyrus. He's just replaceable.
That's really funny because if anyone's replaceable, it's me because you could kill me off. And
That's
get
true.
someone new.
Don't give me ideas.
Cyrus is better at his job. Anyways, what about you? What's been your favorite part about getting to work together in person?
I mean, I like seeing their faces. That's always fun. It's kind of neat to sit in the same room as the people you're working with. That's one downside of having internet coworkers. Is that a lot of the time you don't get to work with them, so you can't distract them when you're trying to work, or you can't get distracted watching The Office, which we've never done. So there's definitely something very special in working with people in the same room, and that feeling of collab.
The speed of collaboration goes way up
That's
in person
true.
too. I mean, you can get feedback on an idea immediately in a way that over the internet you can't.
And just like when you're doing everything over email, you don't pause and have like human discussions. It's all like very business oriented. So it's been really fun this week to like hang out and laugh and share stupid internet videos and
Sorry.
start crying. And just kind of get to talk about art and just all the things that we're excited about, future projects, all those things. And just kind of let it flow rather than having this super rigid, like, oh, we're just emailing back and forth. And so that's been cool for me to like get to experience that side of working with each other.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Grace Ann also asked what our favorite episodes are.
What's your favorite episode?
I think, okay, as far as acting went, my favorite was episode 3 because I got to be really salty. One of my favorite lines in all of the podcasts.
You have to
so
do
far.
it in the Trish voice.
I feel like Jude Brogan is an idiot.
Yes.
That's been my favorite line.
He's
and
the worst.
I often repeat it. But as far as listening, Episode 7, Carly's just delivery of Captain Maddie Ryan was exceptional. We all cried.
We love you, Carly. You're the best. It was sad. It was a sad day. What was your favorite?
Well, let's see. From a technical standpoint and from a music standpoint, I really enjoy working on episode 5 with the zombies.
Yes.
One of my favorite tracks from the whole show so far, other than Jude Brogan, who's an idiot, which is also one of my favorite
Greatest track.
But The Institute Encourages Parties was the original track for that episode, and that was a lot of fun. Once again, as far as ones to listen to, I really loved episode 7 as well.
What about you?
Good. I am still really fond of episode 2. The things in the walls, man. I don't know, that was kind of when I started to find my flow in writing it too. Because I had written episode 1 before I had you guys. So this is the first one I wrote with you guys in mind. And it was just a lot of fun to write. And that was when I sort of realized the direction I was going, and it was very exciting. So I listened to it and I'm like, oh, the things that are coming.
And when Trish realized everything was totally fine.
It's just a lot of fun, yeah.
Totally
this is
just
fine.
Everything's fine. Aaliyah Harper asks, where's Milo? From Kira Anderson, what first inspired the idea for Bright Eyes? And why a podcast versus a book, comic, or a short story?
I mean, what inspired it was actually Star Trek, because that's just me. I'm losing my reputation here. Nobody's ever going to talk to me like I'm cool again. But I had just seen the newest Star Trek movie, and I was thinking, hey, I haven't written anything in space in a while. And so I really liked the colorful vibe and space and stuff. And I was also watching X-Files at the time. So that was kind of added the spooky mystery level to it. So it started out as a novel, like I think I already said. And then, obviously, it turned into this, which was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Oh, another from Olivia Cornwell. I'm curious who voiced Jude.
Who do you think voiced Jude? We wouldn't be in this mess if Milo was captain.
That was so unexpected, I'm sorry. I did not know you were going to do that. That was terrific.
I didn't either. It just happened.
It was him.
And once again, where's Milo? So, do you guys have any closing thoughts that you'd like to share?
Thank you.
Yes.
That was terrific for us. Thank you so much for asking us questions, letting us talk about ourselves. We love doing that here.
We really do.
And thank you for continuing to listen and tweet at us. It makes this whole thing kind of worth it. So,
Yes.
thank you.
Please continue to tweet at us, and maybe I will save your face. Maybe.
Check the link in the bio if you haven't listened to the Bright Eyes podcast yet. We'll link it down there. You can check out the various Spotify playlists for your favorite characters, except Jude. He's the worst.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Good. How long was that?
It's 19 minutes.
We're gonna...
It will become trim.
12 out of 10.